The moment arrived in a way no one truly expected. For years, fans watched every interview, every event appearance, every quiet interaction between two of the most recognizable faces in Korean entertainment, trying to understand what was really happening behind the scenes. Some believed there was something real growing there. Others dismissed it as nothing more than wishful thinking created by devoted fans who wanted a story to believe in. But now something has changed, and it has changed in a way that cannot be ignored. Song Hye-kyo, a name that has carried enormous weight in the Korean entertainment industry for decades, is no longer just Song Hye-kyo. The name that once stood alone now carries another beside it. She is now Mrs. Lee. For a community of fans who had been quietly following the possibility of this relationship for years, the discovery felt almost surreal. The confirmation did not come through a grand announcement or a carefully orchestrated media reveal. There was no dramatic press conference, no glossy magazine spread presenting the couple to the world. Instead, the truth appeared in the most unexpected place: official documentation that confirmed a legal name change. At first, the information moved slowly, circulating among a few observant fans who noticed the detail and began connecting the pieces. Then, as more people looked closer and verified the information, the realization spread quickly across the internet. What had once been speculation had suddenly become fact. For a figure like Song Hye-kyo, the decision to change her name is not something small or casual. Her name has been more than just an identity. It has been a brand, a symbol of a career built over decades of dedication, talent, and perseverance. From the early days of her acting career to her rise as one of the most admired actresses in Asia, the name Song Hye-kyo became associated with elegance, emotional depth, and a quiet strength that audiences recognized instantly. In an industry where many careers rise and fall quickly, she managed to build something lasting. Her name alone could capture attention, carrying the weight of countless performances and years of public admiration. Because of that, the decision to attach another name beside it carries a meaning that goes far beyond simple paperwork. It represents a personal choice made after years of life experience, public scrutiny, and emotional growth. Changing a name in this context is not just about romance. It is about commitment, about the willingness to link your identity to someone else's in a permanent way. It is the kind of decision that reflects certainty, not impulse. To understand why this moment feels so significant to so many people, it helps to look back at the journey that brought her here. Song Hye-kyo has lived much of her life under a level of public attention that few people could comfortably endure. Every success in her career brought admiration, but it also brought curiosity about her private life. Her relationships were often discussed with the same intensity as her performances on screen. When she experienced one of the most publicized marriages in Korean entertainment, it was followed by an equally public and painful separation. What should have been a deeply personal experience became something dissected endlessly in headlines, comment sections, and entertainment programs. Through all of that, she maintained the calm and composed image that many people associate with her. She rarely responded to rumors or speculation. She focused on her work and allowed time to pass. But even though she handled the situation with remarkable grace, it would be impossible for anyone to go through such a public emotional experience without learning difficult lessons about trust and privacy. Those experiences inevitably change how someone approaches love in the future. They make a person more careful, more protective of their personal space, and more thoughtful about who they allow into their life. For years after that chapter of her life ended, Song Hye-kyo appeared to focus primarily on her career and personal growth. Interviews revealed someone who valued peace and authenticity more than public approval. She seemed determined to protect the parts of her life that mattered most. That is why the idea of her forming a deep connection again felt meaningful to so many fans who had followed her journey for so long. People who admired her wanted to see her happy, but they also understood that happiness for someone like her would require a partner who truly understood the unique pressures of her world. This is where Minho enters the story. His career, much like hers, has been shaped by enormous popularity and global recognition. For more than a decade, he has been one of the most recognizable faces in Korean entertainment, starring in dramas that reached audiences across continents. His image as a romantic leading man captured the attention of millions of viewers, turning him into one of the most admired actors in the international fan community. With that level of fame comes a certain kind of distance between a public figure and the people around them. When millions of people admire you from afar, it can become surprisingly difficult to find someone who sees you simply as a person. Yet the unique thing about the connection between Minho and Hye-kyo is that they existed within the same industry for many years before anything about their relationship became a topic of conversation. They were not strangers meeting under artificial circumstances. They were professionals who had spent years navigating the same world, attending the same events, understanding the same pressures. That kind of shared experience creates a different type of understanding. It allows two people to recognize aspects of each other that outsiders might never notice. Those who supported the idea of their relationship often pointed to subtle moments, brief interactions at events, mutual respect expressed in interviews, the quiet familiarity that sometimes appeared when they were mentioned together. None of these moments were dramatic or obvious. In fact, most of them could easily be dismissed by anyone determined to see them as coincidences. But for fans who paid close attention, the pattern slowly began to form. They saw two individuals who seemed to share a natural ease with each other, a sense of mutual understanding that felt genuine rather than performative. For a long time, that was all there was, a pattern, a possibility, a story that existed mostly in the observations of people who believed they were seeing something real. The entertainment industry is full of rumors and imagined relationships, so skepticism was inevitable. Many people insisted that there was nothing there at all. Yet the fans who believed in the connection continued to watch patiently, waiting to see whether their instincts would eventually be confirmed. What makes the recent revelation so powerful is that it arrived in such an unassuming way. There was no spectacle surrounding it, no attempt to turn it into a publicity event. Instead, the truth appeared through something far more ordinary, official records confirming that Hye-kyo had legally changed her name. In the world of celebrity news, where dramatic announcements are often designed to capture attention instantly, this quiet confirmation felt almost poetic. It suggested that the most meaningful decisions in life do not always need an audience. At the same time, the significance of the moment extended beyond the excitement of a fan community. The joining of two figures as influential as Minho and Hye-kyo carries a cultural weight that goes beyond celebrity gossip. Both actors have played important roles in the global expansion of Korean entertainment. Their work helped introduce international audiences to Korean storytelling long before the industry reached its current level of worldwide popularity. Together, their careers represent a significant chapter in the history of the Korean wave. Because of that, the idea of their lives becoming formally connected feels like the merging of two remarkable journeys. Each of them spent years building their own legacy, earning respect and admiration through dedication to their craft. Now those individual stories appear to be moving forward side by side. It is a reminder that behind the fame, the awards, and the global recognition, there are still two human beings navigating the same questions about love, trust, and companionship that everyone else faces. The symbolism of the name change itself also carries meaning. In many cultures, including Korean society, the decision to take a partner's name is not purely administrative. It represents a step into a shared identity, a willingness to connect two personal histories into a single future. For someone whose name has been recognized across the world for so long, making that choice suggests a profound level of certainty about the relationship behind it. And perhaps that is what resonates most strongly with people who are following the story. The idea that two individuals who have spent much of their lives in the spotlight have chosen to build something real and private together is deeply appealing. In an environment where public figures often feel pressured to share every aspect of their lives, the quiet nature of this confirmation suggests a different approach, one that values sincerity over spectacle. As the news continues to spread, conversations about the future inevitably follow. Fans wonder what this new chapter will look like for both of them. Will their careers evolve in new directions? Will they continue to maintain the same level of privacy that allowed their relationship to develop away from constant attention? Those questions remain unanswered for now, but perhaps that uncertainty is part of what makes the story so compelling. What is clear, however, is that a moment many people once believed might never come has finally arrived. The years of speculation have given way to a simple reality written into official records. Song Hye-kyo's name is changed. A new chapter has quietly begun. And for the countless people who have watched these two remarkable careers unfold over time, the story now feels richer, more human, and more meaningful than ever before.